Good evening, Buffaloes, and it's Lyle Soba here from the band office to give you a little bit more help with getting your My Disney Experience app set up. Before we get rolling, I told you the wrong thing last time. I thought you'd be able to use your school email addresses, and I'm going to change the recommendation on that. I've been told seniors, your email addresses might actually disappear by then already. So please don't use that. That would be a bad deal. Number two, the Disney email address, or the Disney side is not getting through our email system. So instead of asking the school to make giant changes to anything, go out and use a different email server. If you have an email address that you like, that's great. If you don't, I would suggest Gmail, and I have one pulled up right here. This is my Gmail account, or it's a Gmail screen. If you just go gmail.com, you're going to be able to get to stuff. I'm going to go to use another account, more options. And if you need to create an email address, right there's your create account. I'm not going to show you how to do that. It's just like setting up any other account online. But Gmail is a great one. It's free, and it's going to give you some online storage. So flip back over to our Disney Experience app. Things that we want to look at today is we want to familiarize ourselves with the account screen, show you some things there. We want to update our avatar because right now, probably if you haven't done it, you're still that white Mickey with the blue background. It's the default, and if everybody has it, then when you start putting your plans together, it's just going to make everything really confusing. If you haven't already done so, I'm kind of poking around here. I'm noticing that at Disney World right now, wait time on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is 65 minutes. It's also 65 minutes there for Space Mountain. If you haven't messed around, you can hit that little button down there at the bottom and pull up a different park. Let's go to Hollywood Studios and see if they're still open tonight. It looks like they're probably shut down for the evening already. So anyway, so you can navigate around and look at all that stuff. So, off to the task at hand here. First thing that I'm going to do, and you notice I already have Darth Vader up as my avatar, but I'm going to show you how to change that. You're going to click on My Account. This is the screen where we're going to spend the most of our time here this evening in, okay? You're going to click on Change Character. It's going to pull up a whole list of Disney characters that you can pick from. Anything from, look, right there in the middle is Jiminy Cricket. We have Carl Fredricksen up there. That's the one I should probably pick because I'm the old man of the group, right? But I'm going to pick Yoda because Yoda's cool. Okay, so now my character is Yoda. Okay, looking through this, name and birthday is exactly what it sounds like. If you made a mistake typing your name, that's going to be where you're going to go and change it. If you put in your school email address and you need to change that, you're going to come down here and click on Account Settings. It's going to pull up this screen where you're going to be able to type in your new email address. Mine already is a Gmail account. I'm going to leave it there just like that. This is also where you're going to be able to update your security questions. The two questions I put on this account is what is your favorite hobby or pastime, and what is your favorite vacation spot? So it's something you can personalize to you. It's your information. Again, remember your information, because if you come to me at Disney World and say, I don't remember what my favorite vacation spot was, there's nothing I can do to help you. I can probably hand you a phone number and say, call these people and see if they can help you out. But beyond that, I'm not much help, okay? Some things, the membership and passes, the second option down. We're not going to worry about that. That's for things like annual passes. You can buy an annual membership to Walt Disney World. You can be a member of this thing called Disney Vacation Club. That's where that information would go. That's not for us. We're not worried about that. But this next one down, the third one down, magic bands and cards. While we can't do much with this right now, the next time we are able to work in this as a group, this is where we're going to be at. It's where we're going to link our Disney passes as far as getting into the parks, our tickets. They still call them paper passes. They're actually kind of like credit card, plasticky material. What we're going to do is once we get our tickets, we're actually going to write everybody's name on it, and we're going to separate them by ensemble, so they're really easy to grab them and get them into your My Disney Experience app. So, and then we're going to hang on to them for you. I'll travel them to Florida just in case we need them. And then once we're done with everything, we're going to give them to you. Once we're done at the parks, we'll give them to everybody so you have something to put into your scrapbook once you get home. But this is the screen where we're going to put that in. When we get to Florida, the second thing we're going to put in here also is the magic band. You see this gray magic band over here on the right-hand side? That should be able to work as our room key. That should be able to work as our park admission ticket. That should be able to work as our fast passes. And there might even be a way, if you wanted to, that you could link a credit card to it, so you didn't even have to carry money in the park. I haven't linked my personal credit card to it because the last time I traveled, I had my daughter with me, and I didn't think she needed the ability to buy whatever stuffed animal she wanted to. But we're all going to get one of these magic bands also, which will be yours, and that should be the thing that will get you into everything you need to get into for the time we're in Florida. We already showed you the account setting. Contact information is a place where you can put in a cell phone number. I think that if you lost your magic band and somebody turned it in, they might try to get in touch with you. I'm not sure. I would suggest that once you get your magic band, not to lose it, because if they do make you pay to, if they happen to make you pay to replace it, it's going to cost you $15 or so to replace it. Okay? Communication preferences is just going to be whether or not you want them to email you with any special offers or deals. I don't recall receiving anything from Disney over the last year and a half. But you can certainly click that option off. This one that I'm going to talk about here real quick is your mobile device notifications. This is one that I would suggest that you leave on. What it does is it's going to keep you updated on your plans. So if you have an attraction that you have something scheduled for and you're close to it, it's going to tell you. Or if something happens to be ready, it's going to pop up, give you a notification, let you know. Okay, recommendations is just going to use your location once you hit the parks to say, hey, this is close and you might really like it. Photos, once you get to the park, there are photographers everywhere. You're going to be able to have pictures taken, have them scan your magic band, and then you're going to be able to see your photos in your My Disney Experience account. Pretty cool stuff, okay? And then offers is just going to be if you happen to be close to something and something pops up. You can turn them all off. You can leave them all on. Definitely, I would leave your plans on. I would leave your photos on. I would leave your recommendations on, because they are going to help you see things and enjoy your trip as much as possible. If it starts to become an annoyance, you can always jump in here, turn it off. I don't think you're going to have to worry about that. Last thing I want to talk to you about tonight is your family and friends list. Over here in your family and friends list is where you're going to start building your groups of people that you're going to tour the parks with every day. Our rules are going to be you must be in a group of at least 3 or more. And the reason you want to build your family and friends list is because it's easier to be able to set your fast passes. What I would suggest you do is in your group, find one person and ask them to take care of all your fast passes so that they're scheduling fast passes for the entire group. Disney has a set number of fast passes they're going to give per hour per attraction so that the fast pass line never gets fully bogged down. If you want to know what Disney is like before fast pass, when I was there, when I was roughly in 3rd grade or so, no line had fast pass. You got in line for everything. You might stand in line for some things as much as 2 or 3 hours. With fast pass, you can schedule when you're going to get on the ride. You can walk into the fast pass line, and usually within 10 minutes, you're on the ride. You're able to schedule 3 fast passes per day. Once those 3 fast passes are used, then you can schedule a new fast pass. Once it's used, you can schedule another new fast pass. Once it's used, you can schedule another new fast pass until all the fast passes for the day are gone or the park closes. So right now, if you look, you see Billy Buffalo. It's Yoda that I just changed the picture to, and it says me. If I wanted to add a guest, I'm just going to click Add Guest. Down here, I'm going to enter their name and age for right now. It's the easiest way to get there. Okay. And then age-wise, I'm just going to click down here for 18, and then I'm going to click Invite this guest to connect. If you're linking up with somebody who is under the age of 17, make sure that you are able to get their birth date in there. Okay. Since I'm going to link with myself, I know I'm over 18, so I'm not going to worry about all of that. The email address I'm linking to is lylesoba@gmail.com. I'm going to come down here. Oh, I've got to put name in. Sorry. Now I can click Add Guest. So Disney's going to generate an email, and it's going to send it out to that email address. Okay, and in fact, let's come over here to my email and see if it's come through yet. We'll give it a second here. Once it pops through, it's going to have two buttons for me to consider. I'll text Mr. Atchley back later. There it is. So Disney destinations. Okay? And as it's loading, it says, your friend invites you to share Walt Disney World vacation planning. Okay, so it pops up. You can read all this stuff. Like I said, this is all about creating your fast passes. I can either accept or decline. Like I said, we're going to ask everybody to stay in groups of 3 or more. Without fast passes, you're going to stand in line longer times. You're not going to get to ride near as much stuff. You're not going to get to see near as many shows. The fast pass is the way to go. You can use your rooms that you're going to be staying in, just that group of people. You can wander with more friends than that. You can mix groups up. It doesn't matter to us as long as you're in a group of 3 or more people. Please be aware that we will eventually get you a schedule that will have times that you need to plan to meet your chaperones to pick up things like meal tickets to check in for the day. We'll also have stuff on there for performance times. Right now, band, we're scheduled to perform on Monday at 2 o'clock at Walt Disney World. Orchestra, you are scheduled to you're scheduled to perform for your clinic on Wednesday, 2 o'clock, Hollywood Studios. So you certainly don't want to schedule stuff during then. I'm going to click Accept. And I don't know what it's going to do. Oh, good. It's going to take me out to the website. So once it gets out to the website here, I'm going to sign in with my other account and show you what it looks like. Oh, it's already up there. So I'm going to click Sign In. And as soon as it signs in, it's going to show that I'm connected. There it goes. So congratulations, you're now connected to Billy Buffalo through family and friends. So if I click back over here to my Disney World Experience app and let this refresh, it now shows that we're friends. The reason this is important, eventually we're going to tie everybody to my account, to the Mr. Lyle Soba account, because that's how we're going to be able to share everybody's pictures through Memory Maker. I've already purchased it. It's $170 to me, but then when we get home, I'll download all the pictures and make them available to everybody. Folks, I hope you hung with us during this tutorial. I hope you're doing great with getting your My Disney Experience application and account set up. As soon as we can start doing fast passes, we will do that. As soon as we can ask for screenshots to verify that everybody is in a group, we'll do that. So start figuring out your group. Start figuring out who you're going to do park stuff with, because the time's going to get close. It's going to get here before